Welcome back to the event centre in Caloundra, and it is main event time here at Detonation 4 as the evil pixie Ben Burton makes his way to centre ring. Mark Pease, Mr. C in the corner, the team from Strike Force Gym. And a rematch. Gotta love that. Black Eyed Peas, my favourite song at the moment. Hammer, boom, boom, pow. Gotta love Fergie, don't you?
The chick from
she does it for me, Fergie.
I was going to say, wasn't it the chick from King's Cross? Pow? Was funny.
She was an absolute idiot. Kurt Finlayson makes his way to centre ring. From the Sunshine Coast, the rematch has been a long time in the making.
It's going to be a tough one, this one, but it's contested in the 65 kilo weight division, and Ben Pixie Burton really struggling to make that weight these days. So will the weight be a challenge for him? Kurt Finlayson, that's the weight that he is comfortable and strong at, so the road ahead for Pixie is going to be long.
5 rounds, full-time rules to apply. Spinning backwards and elbows are allowed. I present to you, Ben Pixie Burton, the reigning and defending I-1 champion of the world. Please welcome Kurt
We're going to take a look now at some of the highlights of Kurt Finlayson's last contest against pound for pound, one of the best Muay Thai fighters on the planet, Sanchai Saw Kingstar. We saw Kurt Finlayson in a toe-to-toe battle with Sanchai's trademark rolling kicks, and Kurt stood toe-to-toe with the great one for 5 rounds solid. Fantastic effort from Kurt, taking on one of the world's best. A real display, a treat for the crowd, great sportsmanship from both, and Sanchai winning a unanimous decision at the end of it. As the Mongol is removed in the corner of Kurt Finlayson, we are ready for our main event 5x3. Full Thai rules, knees and elbows, all the good stuff. A rematch a long time in the making, but the Fogarty brothers have done it here at Detonation 4. Mark Pease, the final instructions for the evil Pixie, who has been the #1 fighter out of Team Strike Force for a long, long time. Here we go, round 1 of our main event. Michael Chiavello and Mark the Hammer Castanini with you from the event centre in Caloundra. Brought to you by E-Tix and, of course, Vengeance Fightwear. It is the Pixie, Ben Burton in the black trunks, Kurt the Killer Finlayson in the red and orange.
Well, Pixie having a bit of a layoff and having a couple of fights back from that layoff. He's still to find his best form. Finlayson in turn, obviously last time out, as we saw moments ago, taking on the great Sanchai. So he's been fighting at the top level. The 65 kilo weight division is really where Finlayson's comfortable. Pixie, I'd like to see him up in the 70s. I think he's stronger. So I don't know if getting down to this weight to match Kurt is going to be a good thing for Pixie. Of course, he is a favourite son of the Gold Coast for many years, along with John Wayne Parr and the Carnage Nathan Corbett and Aaron Tias Lee. The Gold Coast, such a wealth of talent when it comes to Thai kickboxing. Again, a slip on the logo.
Two slips from the Pixie. Justin Gibbons just wiping down that
A little bit too much.
brotherhoodpride.com.au logo. Check out the Detonation official website. And while you're there, flick over to International Kickboxer, sportsblitz.net. High left round kick from Pixie. Kurt trying to rattle him with the hands as Pixie locks him up, ties up the arms. A great night of action here at the event centre. Good jab from Pixie up the centre as Kurt came in.
Of course, Pixie's had some great wars in his day. The ones that spring to mind, the couple of fights he had with Soren. And Soren v Pixie wars were absolutely awesome on Evo and a couple of the other shows going around in the day. So he's certainly been around for a long time, Ben Pixie Burton. Kurt Finlayson the same, and always fighting at the very top level. We had some big international bouts as well, Finlayson in Thailand.
Good left hook there from Pixie. Kurt with a crossing elbow, and Pixie goes down to the canvas. Referee moves in. We'll put a count on him here.
Well, he's in trouble.
He is.
He's in trouble. Struggling to find his feet.
It didn't look like it hit him that hard, but Pixie was doing the chicken dance momentarily as he tried to regain his composure. Early knockdown here for Kurt Finlayson, and can the killer pounce on him?
Well, definitely in a fog there, Pixie, and not a good way to start this war.
Couldn't have come a better time for him though, Hammer. Right at the end of the round, he's now got 2 minutes to recover.
Well, he certainly struggled to get on his feet and was in a lot of trouble. You see the cut there, just opened up over the ear from that very short, sharp elbow. Finlayson doing maximum damage. And Finlayson looking very comfortable, very charged in the corner, fit, ready for this one. And certainly the more confident and the stronger of the two. Beautiful push kick sends Pixie up against the ropes. The overhand, not finding anything. It was a short down elbow off the right of Finlayson that did the damage. There it is there. Sent him down again, as you said, Michael. It didn't look to be fully loaded. But, geez, it sent him down for the count, that's for sure.
Second round of 5, 10-8 first for Kurt Finlayson against the evil Pixie Ben Burton. Can Finlayson keep that momentum rolling now? Good inside thigh. He looks okay now.
Oh, again with that right elbow. Finlayson getting it around the guard.
Into the clinch. Justin Gibbons separates both men. Checks the low kick, this Kurt.
And just rapid fire knees.
Those will score for Kurt Finlayson in the grapple there, Hammer.
Yeah, he just locks down and gets busy straight away, and that's the mark of an experienced fighter. Finlayson, as soon as he gets into that clinch position, he doesn't go napping, keeps the scoring working with the knees, and just busy Finlayson.
Maybe looking to set up that right elbow again here, Kurt Finlayson. Ooh, nice chamber of the knee. Swung the leg back, drilled the point of the right knee into the left thigh of Ben Burton. High right round kick from Pixie. Stiff jab from Pixie. And steps through with the knee to the upper right rib cage. Switches up, round kick. Ooh, he lit out with the right hand, and I don't think Kurt expected it, but to his credit, he rallies back and stamps it with a lead leg kick. Checks the low kick again, does Kurt.
And you see some good combination work from Finlayson, high-low. Obviously, when you're throwing one shots, your opponent has the ultimate opportunity just to check it, because it's just that one shot coming out on its own. What you're seeing from Finlayson in turn is just combining hands and feet, and it makes it very hard to defend and counter, because you're absolutely just got a barrage of technique coming at you, and it's very hard to defend everything.
Finlayson cracks away at that lead leg. Pixie trying to return the favour. Kurt ties him up. End of the round. Well, after a drop in the first round, Pixie staying on his feet for the entire second round. Did he take it though, Hammer, or did you think that Kurt Finlayson scored the better?
No, I think Kurt was again just too busy and just letting his technique flow. Pixie's relying too much on the one-shot finisher. And against Finlayson, who has very good defence, that's really not going to do the job for you, I don't believe. He needs to be throwing, punches in bunches, bringing the kicks down low underneath, stepping through with the knee, and then bridging the gap, and when in range, throw the elbow.
Third of 5, 2 rounds so far we have for Kurt Killer Finlayson. First at 10-8, second at 10-9. So a lot of ground to cover here now for Ben Burton. So he locks up the arms, but still Finlayson working the busier here. Just those quirky knees to the thigh. It all scores for Kurt Finlayson. Good double forearm. Just blocks the round kick. Tries to counter off the leg kick with an overhand right. Pixie puts on the knee guard. Justin Gibbons breaks them. Left hook. Needed to leg kick underneath it though, Pixie, as he stepped across.
Well, Pixie, he really needs a good result here. Of course, on the 25th of July, Southport RSL, War on the Shore event coming up. And Pixie really needs to get a good result on this one. He's got fighting a tough Thai opponent, and he will need to rally here. But Finlayson obviously coming off that battle with Sanchai, his confidence, even though he didn't get the decision, he went the distance, and his confidence is going to be right up there, because there's not too many Aussies that are going to be able to go with Sanchai, and he's now done that. So even though, as we said, he didn't get the nod, he's still going to be confident because he did really hard with Sanchai.
Left hook from Pixie. Trying to draw the knee into the midsection. Kurt turns him around. Spinning back elbow. Nicely done from Kurt. Always looking to remain busy and score on the inside is Kurt Finlayson. He's doing well so far as Pixie glances towards his corner, throws a jab, 2 up the corridor. Inside knee to that inside left thigh there from Kurt. Good right hand counter from Kurt. And again, trying to counter off the right hand of Pixie. Cracks away to the inside lead thigh once more. It's a very polished performance from Kurt Finlayson so far, Hammer.
Just defence is ironclad, and his work rate on the inside is very busy also. And don't forget, of course, over in Perth, Supremacy shows also happening in July. Oh!
Pixie go down again in the neutral corner. The referee, Justin Gibbons, puts the count on. Second time in the fight so far, he's gone down here, Pixie. Back to his feet. Rides the mandatory 8 count. And again, the knockdown comes right at the end of the round.
Screamers, saved by the bell.
One knockdown in the first, one knockdown in the third. Pixie is really trailing, not on our scorecards, Hammer, but we know definitely on the judges' scorecards.
Again, just Finlayson just going barreling. And I really believe this weight range is not where Pixie wants to be. The spinning elbow, turning into the knee, and it is Finlayson absolutely all over him and not giving Pixie any chance to recover.
The damage is all on the left side of the head, and what the problem seems to have been on a few occasions here, Hammer, is Pixie dropping that left hand and allowing Kurt to power through with his right side, as we see again there. What has been the undoing of Pixie so far?
I think it's just he's just not looking comfortable, and Finlayson's not giving him any opportunity to settle. Just barreling forward and keeping that pressure on constantly. I don't think it's any one opening in Pixie's defence, or there's nothing clear that I can see. It's just the fact that Finlayson is absolutely relentless in his attacks, and he just if he's not finding an opening on one side, he's going to look for an opening and bomb on the other side. So, you know, it's very hard to defend against such an aggressive and busy fighter as Finlayson is here.
4th of 5, 3 rounds to 0 in favour of Finlayson. 2 of those being 10-8 rounds, the other being a 10-9er for Finlayson. Clearly ahead on our unofficial scorecards, no doubt clearly ahead of the judges' scorecards. The basic math of it is that Pixie needs to knock out Kurt Finlayson to win this one. Even 2 10-9 rounds in the 4th and 5th for Pixie probably won't get him over the line, given that he's had 2 10-8 rounds against him thus far.
But as soon as they lock down, Finlayson just goes working for the knees, and it's all scoring. It's all those points have got to add up. But it's been a great night of action, and certainly if you like the fights you've been seeing and you want to see more, as I said, Supremacy coming up in WA, and you've got War on the Shore and a whole heap of other shows happening. If you want to find out where they are in your local area, pick up an issue of International Kickboxer magazine. All the shows are listed, and of course the regular Fox Sports, Tally Guide and Main Event and Fuel TV shows are all listed in the magazine. So just to keep abreast of what's going on, that's where you want to be.
Good rib kick. Right hand, doubles up on it, was Finlayson.
Oh.
And again, he counted off the jab of Pixie, almost took out the back leg. This is a real stellar performance here from Kurt, Hammer.
Well, it is, and he's back to his old aggressive self. Kurt is just pushing forward and pushing the pace the whole time. And whenever Pixie lands a shot on him, he gets him back threefold. Super aggressive and pumped here, of course. This is his hometown, the Sunshine Coast, and the Fogarty Brothers Brotherhood Pride Promotions are his main promoters. So Kurt really doesn't want to let them down, and he wants to keep the fans happy in his hometown.
Finlayson coming forward again. Front kick, overhand right.
Oh, the step through
Crossing
elbow from Pixie.
Nicely done.
Drilled it through on that occasion off the right, Pixie. That was good work. Just didn't drop the hip on it enough and bring the shoulder through.
Right hand lead from Kurt. Swings the knee into the waist section on the right side of the body.
He's got good hip action. You're right, Michael. He really brings it through. And, you know, you're sitting at home watching, thinking, it's just a bit of a knee down low. But I tell you what, you cop a couple of those knees into your thigh, and all of a sudden your leg cramps. You can't move as freely, and it's just really frustrating for a fighter. Again, down goes Pixie at the end of the round.
Hammer, fantastic end to the round there from Kurt Finlayson. I am loving this performance from the killer.
Well, it's tough. It's a tough night at the office for Ben Pixie Burton from the Gold Coast. But Finlayson, have a look at him. He is on. He is focused, and he is really wanting to do the damage here tonight.
Hammer, what do you think it means to Kurt to have gone up against the world's pound-for-pound #1 Muay Thai fighter in Sanchai last time out? How much would that have improved Kurt's game coming in here tonight?
It's just a massive confidence booster knowing that you've gone the distance with one of the best on the planet. And when you go to that extent, you know that someone on the local level is really not going to bother you.
I mean, Hammer, just to put it into perspective for those fans who haven't watched a lot of our Muay Thai, when we talk about a guy like Sanchai, now this is the guy who Kurt went the distance with last time in his last fight. Sanchai is the Muay Thai equivalent of boxing's Manny Pacquiao.
He certainly is. He's right up there. So Sanchai and Yuwat, these are the Thais that just there's massive reputations and really are kings of the trade. back in Thailand. You know, Lumpini champions, Lumpini being the biggest Thai boxing stadium in the world, and these guys are king of the hill, so to speak. So for an Aussie boy to go down the road and hold his own against this type of fighter is a massive confidence booster. Pixie in turn is, as I said, he came back from a bit of a layoff, had some really hard fights, but you know, he's an old warhorse, a real tradesman in the ring, and you know, never gives up a fight easily. We've sat ringside and seen Ben Pixie Burton have some absolute bloodbath fights and get up and fight to the end.
And the right hand puts him down again here, Pixie, for the third time in this fight. He gets back to his feet. And as we said, he is total heart, total resolve is the Pixie, but the right hand has dropped him for the third time in 5 rounds.
Well, he's a real tough fighter, Ben Pixie Burton, and you know, I really take my hat off to him. He's a great boy, and had some great wars. But tonight, the way it's looking, it's all Kurt Finlayson, who is right at the top of his game at the moment and looking the goods. He's got the world title in his sights, and in his weight division, he's got to be really sharp, because the Thais certainly dominate the 65 kilo weight division.
A knockdown in the first, knockdown in the third, knockdown here in the final round. The only way Ben Burton can turn the tide here is to knock out Kurt Finlayson. I don't think it's going to happen. Finlayson has just been on his game from the opening bell.
And certainly, we spoke earlier about the weight issues, and you know, Ben Burton just getting down to this weight, and I think certainly this will be his last fight in this weight division, and move up and be fighting in the weight that he's a lot more comfortable at.
And have a look at Kurt Finlayson rampaging forward, just throws him to the canvas. It's all over. It is good night, Irene. And Hammer, there is one word for that performance by Kurt Finlayson. It was well and truly champagne.
Kurt Finlayson right at the top of his game. And I tell you what, the Fogarty brothers got to be happy. Their boy has done the job in the main event. And certainly he'll have some staunch fights ahead of him as he just barrels forward, gives Pixie absolutely no time to breathe, no time to recover, no time to defend himself.
Hammer, it's great to see, as you said earlier on, the aggressive Kurt Finlayson return to centre ring. We've seen a lot more of a passive Kurt over recent times. Tonight was the old-fashioned aggressive man who earned himself the nickname of the Killer for fighting like that.
He's a great guy, Kurt Finlayson, and yeah, you're right, he had a bit more of a counter-fighting strategy there for a while, but tonight it was all full steam ahead, all aggressive, and I believe that's the only way for Kurt to go. Because on the front foot, he is a very dangerous man. When he gets into the counter-fighting, it's not really his style.
And there you have it, a victory by KO to the Killer, Kurt Finlayson. The world title definitely in his sight.